Yeah, he's only just recently.
Yeah. He got that level 5 in a day. He bought
like
it
a minute. He just 1 mana void, bang. Void's there.
By the end of this game, he'll have mastered
30 seconds to battle.
Well, we'll see how the game goes, I suppose. But, you know, all jokes aside, it's a pretty good anti-mage game.
Yeah, it's a stellar anti-mage game. Just because there's no real clean lockdown. The Bane never really enjoys playing into anti-mage because of that spell shield. You can't always grip him, but if you do catch him, then sure, he can be food. But Liquid, they will have a nice window to try and run through the lineup of Alliance, but it's such a difficult window because it's pretty much on Luna getting BKB to offset the Mars and Batrider. If Luna doesn't get a quicker BKB to take those fights, then I honestly see the defensive mechanisms of their draft on Alliance just really shining and allowing this anti-mage to hit all his timing he needs.
Oh,
yeah, nice little left and right.
A little bit of a dodge there from Stamana. Not going to get caught out by the Remnant.
Yeah, Liquid is being a little bit left field with some of their picks recently. Like, throughout their dominance of the group stage, they picked a lot more sturdier off lanes, but now we're seeing a little bit of quirkiness coming from Liquid. And again, what is a somewhat important series for them because they want to try and contend for that first place spot. They need the win for this. And we're going to see a Zai Hoodwink with a Void Whip. It doesn't feel like the strongest lane. Maybe with level advantage, Acorn shot into Bushwhack into an Remnant, you probably could do some damage, but it doesn't feel like it's going to dominate an anti-mage. Unless maybe like you could do like the Javelin play on the Hoodwink, where you go for the big damage, the magic damage burst, and then you get points in Acorn shot. That could be a possible play, but again, that lane could either be super cool or just nothing to an anti-mage.
What about this top lane? What do you expect to see out of this? Luna and Bane against the Mars Snap.
I think the Luna will always have a good time because Bane naturally soaks up a lot of this damage. You're going to see Insania potentially even die in this top lane, but it'll be for the good of the Luna, right? You want to soak up the little shredder hits, you want to prevent the Mars ever getting on top of Luna, and just keep the farm going. Again, like I mentioned, this game for Liquid is about laning efficiency, trying to get the most you can from the lanes, just throw that into a mid-game timing.
Stamana might be dead here. If they're able to turn and click him down, they can.
First blood. An arbitrary definition.
First blood here for Liquid down bottom. Try and get aggressive there, Alliance, but not quite having enough power in it to take down Zai. So, early on, limit to how offensive the anti-mage can really be.
Ooh, wait a second. Is anti-mage dying as well? Oh, he's gone as well.
Oh, well, that hurts.
And this
that hurts for Alliance there.
But this is like the fun of this bot lane, because it could easily swing either way, right? Like if Weaver suddenly kills off the Hoodwink and anti-mage gets the kill, suddenly you have an Orb of Corrosion, the lane's kind of hard to play. But because they get the kill on the Weaver, then they quickly punish Nika Baby. This lane could easily shift very slowly to just wave spam from Liquid. So yeah, this bot lane is really exciting, because now Summoners, again, no Sakuchi, baiting Foxy this time. And this is a very volatile lane. Like, I expect to see so many kills from this.
On mid, there's somebody going down here. It's close between the two of them, but Supreme has got the bottle good to go. Both heroes being pushed to the limits there.
Yeah, the Bat Storm matchup is always fun to watch because Storm with the Vortex, with points in Static Remnant, even the Overload, like he can always bully the Batrider to low HP. So if Batrider ever wants to go aggressive, he needs to make sure he has the sticky napalm stacks. He's ready for the engagement because Storm always has that turnaround potential. And these lanes very back and forth. I don't think there's one lane right now which has a clear winner, and it really kind of puts emphasis on the individual skill coming from the players, trying to get a little bit more than they can. Yeah, pretty even thus far.
Denied.
Do you expect to see any sort of moves to the mid before we get the 6 on Storm? Anyone from Alliance that can come over and help get the kill?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There's that.
Rather low. So the thing with anti-mage and why it's a harder hero, you naturally have to babysit him for a very long time. And with a hero like Weaver, potentially if you've blocked the camps, anti-mage is under tower, you can leave. But I feel like there's an underlying amount of damage that Hoodwink and Void Spirit give. So I expect Weaver to basically AFK the lane. And maybe Snapfire can leave. That's the one lane. Again, if the lane's in front of tower, Mars very unkillable because you can just spear someone away if you're near your tower. So to your question, the only hero that can realistically rotate is going to be that Snapfire, moving on in and going for that kill on mid lane. But again, it's not so easy because Alliance, they drafted in such a way that they're locking themselves into side lanes to try and take the fight. So
Yeah.
this will be a pretty slow game in regards to map rotations, unless one lane goes so well that they unlock themselves to play the game. And it is interesting to see that the Nico Baby, even after the one death, he still commits to the orb corrosion. He understands the value of kill potential, and that if they could ever pick them up, they can get kill.
Top lane.
Like, yeah,
Alliance. Another attempt onto Matumba Man. This time it's successful. A lot of damage, of course. Physical between the two of them here.
Isn't it magical, Papa?
if this is a good again, this is a good anti-mage game, but if they have a good laning phase and he gets to like a Battle Fury into one item, he's gonna have an Aegis, like minute 16 potentially, because little Shredder from Snapfire, the bugs from Weaver, that Roshan's gonna be super squick.
They're low down here.
He's dead.
They took quite the hit from the Hellbear. The Hellbear came out, gave the two of them a bit of a smash.
They got demoted last season.
They did, yeah. Striking back here.
Good lads. Keep it up.
Boxer, yeah, he's going to have to step out of lane. Nico Baby off the back of that, gets the space to head up, pick up that ring of health, and now he's going to be pretty much permanently sitting at full HP in the lane, so he's going to be feeling very safe down there now.
And you see, oh, we get a replay.
He's going to get a little smash that comes all the way over from the large camp, and you know, extra bit of damage, bringing them down low enough for the opportunity for Stamanen to get in and finish off Zai. Push back Boxy.
Where's the body?
Over here now. And Mickey going to try and go for Supreme. Some good juking across the tree line there. The cookie in. Mickey, he's not able to finish off the kill on Supreme. He's got to step back. Boxy is well out of mana. And Mickey still maybe considering what he can do with the mana that he has left, but the stacks are up. The napalm is in, along with the break. It's not quite enough to kill him off though. Mickey will live. Boxy, he goes down. There's an alliance that keeps Supreme safe in that mid lane against that first attempt from Mickey once he's the 6.
Yeah, much like, remember game 1, the Morana, every move was super fluid from Boxy. Not so much in this game, right? Like he aggroes the camp, kills off bot lane, he runs to mid to try and take a fight, he dies mid, his courier dies, so this is the complete opposite from what we saw in Boxy game 1. And how is he going to recover? Like, there isn't this traditional way to play this game because you have slightly quirkier heroes. It's not like you can go, oh, let's go to my tanky centaur lane and run down the lane, right? This is he just can't be here anymore.
He's got to run. And they kill Mickey. At the same time, they made the move down bottom. They're making the move mid. Mickey taken down. Alliance continue to play very nicely around the back. See top, Lesnar. Getting gone upon a bit by the two of them, but Aramis has come back over. Insane is surely dead. I mean, can Matu finish up the kill on the two of them? Back up him from Stamanen. Matu, even if he gets the kill, it may cost him his life here. As Lesnar and Stamanen are running Matu down. Spear not quite able to get the angle. So Matu's under the tower, he will live. And Mickey, he's in with the TP looking for the cleanup. Able to catch on to Leslau. Unfortunate there for Leslau on his Mars. Couldn't quite get the connection on that spear.
Really nearly did it, but again, like, I think the saving grace here, if Insanity didn't have a TP up and Mickey made that rotation, the big zip into that, it would really reduce his jungling and the ability to cover back up. But Aramis very active on the map.
Yeah, getting involved with some action here down bottom with Nico, baby. Boxy, he'll pop. Mana Void comes out, Boxy's life ends.
In mana
Classic anti-mage game. I die for you to farm. And Nico, baby, thank you lads. I'll be getting my Battle Fury very soon. I'd say very soon. Quite well ways away, but...
Just being a right nuisance, keeping his eye out of mana, so he can't make a move down here, and it's not like he can head anywhere else on the map to be impactful once his mana's completely drained.
Yeah, like the only way Zai can play this lane is by connecting bushwhacks and hitting acorn shots and being annoying. He has no mana, and unfortunately, he did try to go for the bushwhack, but Nika baby, very quick on the blink.
I believe that cost him a couple of mangoes. Foxy came in and fed him a couple.
Fed him. He was like, you use 1,000. Yeah, unfortunately, he's a bit too full on the food, so oh well. Bit rough. Yeah, this is...
I mean, they can't do anything against this anti-mage now in lane.
Yeah, nothing.
But who is going to be the hero to shake sort of Nico baby off his game after this anti-mage has had a pretty solid start?
Well, surprisingly, it is going to be the Storm Spirit. I think if Nico baby ever gets a little bit too close to a tower, that Storm zipping in, of course you have to be careful with the Mana Void, but if you do get like a bushwhack into a Vortex and a Sharpshooter from the Hoodwink, you are going to be able to kill him off. So I think Nico baby... great aggression so far, but needs to respect that, you know, that quick jump from the mid lane. You can see here. Now there's no mana void. Maybe that could be an indicator to make the move. But Alliance, they have such great vision. Like, if you look at the map, there's that cheeky little Radiant ward. Even if Storm wanted to make that slow rotation to bot, he'd be seen. So yeah, Alliance just making all the right moves to enable Nika Baby right now. 4K network, more than the Luna.
Still overall very even, of course. Mid lane, Supreme trying to make a move. Scotch demanded by his side, sends out the bugs, and Liquid don't want to dive any further for the back kill. Supreme's able to walk away. Foxy back to the lane here with Zai. Eyes on Nika Baby, but still so hard to get him. They're going to try. There's the hit of the ult. It's good burst. Is it enough? It is not.
Sorcery.
It is.
Is under attack.
I was sort of wondering if he's going to be able to blink out, if that was going to be enough, but that wasn't. He couldn't get it off in time. They take him down.
Yeah, and that is when the spells connect. They have the damage. Like,
They did with the break it, I guess, yeah.
But they just did such a good job at not having any mana. Oh.
Yeah, what we have going on up top at the same time. Looks like a bit of
Dyer's top tower is
a
under
the old
attack.
arena combo onto Insania. Not a chance for him. They'll be able to work on the tower now. TP's coming in. There's going to be Boxy turning up to the top lane. He's hit the 6 now. Off the back of that kill down bottom, they got in the anti-mage, so he can look for further setup with the step. If they get anyone else over here. Matsu at the moment sticking to the jungle. The smoke's up from Mickey and Insania. Want to try and get a bit of a pick off on this top lane. Leslau hanging around, and they'll be able to find a setup here. Mickey in straight away. Cookie to try and get him to safety, but there's no bringing him out of the reach of these 4 heroes of Liquid. Looking very dead here. Supreme even being able to bottle up that haste rune. Didn't even need it to chase him down there, but I have it ready for the next one. Some friendly teammate tips coming out between the two of them. Nika Baby's going to be very happy with the continued space that he's got. Sure, he did get taken down that once, but he's back to lane and he's still on track for what should be a very good Battle Fury timing. For the second time this series, had a great time on his PA's Battle Fury, and this time around on the AM timing, it says honestly, it looks to be around the similar to 12-13 minutes. It's going to be quick.
Man, he's like 600 gold away from it. Like, he's got only a corrosion, a stick, and a quell. Like, that's all he's got in his inventory, going straight for the Battle Fury, and it is just offers such a great laning phase. Martin did a really good job as a stand-in. Again, this is a last-minute stand-in.
Yeah.
And really kind of help him bring quite a lot to the team thus far.
Ah, he is.
And this is the good old Weaver we love to see. You just park yourself in the enemy triangle, you play around Sakuchi, suddenly you're using 2-3 sentries to control the area, and if they jump you, time lapse away. So it's really stunting the fluid motions that you want as a carry. Because after laning phase, you've memorized the rotations through the jungle, push lane, hit the neutral camp, quickly go back to lane, back to ancient camp. And right now, it's little old Weaver, position 5. It's making Matu pause, you know, 5-6 seconds. And even a momentary pause in a Dota game can really offset the farming kind of abilities. So, yeah, I just love that. He's still in there. Look at it.
Dyer's top tower is
Leeching
falling.
XP, preventing stacks. Really annoying. He might die though, but honestly, it's quite value if he does.
Radiant's bottom
Insania
tower
would
is
happily
under
drop a
attack.
grip on it.
He's going to probably drop a sentry too. And like, if at 12 minutes in the game, you're banging down a sentry this defensively, right? Like, it's not even unblocking the ancient, right? It's literally the anti-Weaver sentry. There's not a lot of them in the game, so that's why this hero is pretty good.
Regeneration.
Does he have the Battle Fury?
There he goes.
It's shipping out.
12 minutes in, Battle Fury done for Nika Baby.
Is it? How quick is it? 12:20. Pretty darn good. There we go.
There we go, faster than the fastest on the old anti-mage.
In 5 matches, but I was going to say, I expected it to be the fastest. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that he went like
Radiant's
naked
middle
Battle
tower is
Fury,
under
he
attack.
really went for it. Nice kill.
Honestly,
And this
I
is kind
just
of Liquid's
saw it out
answer
of the
now.
corner of
Like,
my
they've
eye and started
probably got a good indicator that Anti-Mage has Fury,
Dyers are scanning.
but they need to start, you know, making some plays.
Oh, Supreme. There's somebody just walk up, set up with the last time.
Radiant's
Not
bottom
enough
tower
damage
is
done.
under
Mickey's
attack.
still able to zip away.
And as he walks away, we get to see a
Radiant
rare
structures
glimpse into
are
Stormfit
fortified.
players. He's not going for Kamaya's
Radiant's
Fange.
bottom tower is
Normally,
under
you go for a much
attack.
tankier build, but I guess going into the Anti-Mage and
Dire
understanding the window of
structures
no
are
Manta, if you do get a quick Orchid, you can become the Anti-Mage Hunter. Of course, Anti-Mage will ruin you late game, but
Radiant's
if
bottom
you have the
tower
nice Orchid
has
timing,
fallen.
it might be a nice window. Again, Liquid, they haven't answered Anti-Mage yet, But in this moment of farm, Orchid on Storm,
Dire's top
grouping
tower
around
is
Luna,
under attack.
this could be the window where they start closing down the map, because it's still 5k gold until Anti-Mage becomes somewhat unkillable. And this is the moment for Liquid
Radiant's
to try and
bottom
exploit
tower
that a
is
little bit.
under attack.
Oh, another setup from Zai. He's been getting quite a few of these here. The bushwhack into the ultimate. We saw it all start when he came back to that bottom lane and set up for the action onto Nico Baby, and now across the map. Each time it's up, they've got to watch out. Zai's been getting some good catches.
This now puts so much pressure on Storm Spirit though, because they just used a grip to kill the Weaver. That now gives, what's the cooldown on this bad boy? 122 minutes. Where Anti-Mage's like, all right, chilling. Bane now can't kill me. It's going to have to be Bane plus someone, right? Like, of course Bane would need help to kill him, but the grip itself is that lockdown. That's why I mentioned the Storm. It's now on him to do it, and he found it, he gets the kill. Good stuff, Mickey.
There's that. He wants to go for this.
This is just...
He is going to miss the opening. Matu will get the Eclipse off, but the damage will be done, taking out the Luna. See what Liquid can find in response, though. Mickey's going to be able to turn up. They've already picked up the kill onto Leslau. Mickey still with a decent bit of mana, should be able to chase for it. Well, yeah, he's going for the bigger target. He wants to go for Supreme, gets him, finds him in the trees. The silence is in. He's going to try for a TP out, but they've got the damage. Zai hits the shot.
Yeah, beautiful heads up play. Expecting the TP to go to the zip, and that's all because Liquid, they have one top dire ward to see the anti-mage. They then instantly find the kill there. Alliance goes aggressive, as we see the replay, right? So this is all, as they kill off anti-mage, Alliance in their heads like, guys, they have to be doing this objective stop because they killed him there. Let's quickly try and find something else. But they're in position to make the counterplay. And it all stems from the fact that Insania hit such a quick nightmare on the initiation. So even though Mars whiffs the spear, he's not able to start pumping out the extra little bit of damage because of how quick that nightmare was. And the rest of Liquid, their heroes, they're pretty mobile, right? Storm Spirit, Void Spirit, cheeky little giggle from the Storm Spirit there. They're able to move from objective to objective pretty quickly. Nice move.
A good target priority. We saw the pings of Insania, making sure that Mickey had eyes on where Supreme was hiding, rather than going for Aramis, the lesser kill. He's got grip here, Insania, but he doesn't want to commit it. Knows that there's more behind, and he's saving it for the bigger one. Supreme shows his face. The grip's up the ready. Supreme will die.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's like 900 gold away from a BKB, and that's kind of, this is where Alliance, they need to ride the wave of hitting timings, right?
Dire's
and this
middle
bottom
tower
area of the
is
map,
under attack.
Liquid's been playing the extremes, right? They've not been playing the center, they've been playing the top side and the bot side, right? And this is where if Alliance ever kind of venture to these areas, Bane is one of the best heroes in the game for playing by himself, out on his lonesome. You nightmare hero, you quickly scout out
Radiant's
around,
bottom
grip if you
tower
need
is
to,
under attack.
and you set up the kill. So yeah, Liquid just using this Bane to punish.
Oh, Mickey's popping off.
And Mickey as well. Like, Alliance, unfortunately for them, they are playing a little bit loose. Like, with how great of a start they needed, I don't think right now, when they get items, sure, if they get BKBs, they can brush off Liquid before, you know, Luna has Skadi, Daedalus, etc. But right now in this window, if they get caught by a Hoodwink, if they get caught by a Storm Spirit,
Radiant's
you
middle
have to
tower
expect there
is
to be
under
more
attack.
heroes behind. And Alliance, they are trying to farm the entire map. Because, like, look at the minimap right now. You've got Batrider bottom, you've got Anti-Mage in the triangle. Everyone's getting a bit of something, and that's where Liquid is a little bit of, they're exploiting it, right? BKB about to be complete on Luna. I expect Liquid to try and cross the river. And this Anti-Mage does not have Manta. He cannot access a fight with simplicity, because Storm with the Orchid, if he's patient, will always be able to catch his Anti-Mage and unlock the fight for a grip to come into play, or an extra bit of control. Both teams going to be hitting some pretty cool timings. Batrider with his BKB, Luna with her BKB. It's just how they collide. Batrider running in, if there's a Bane there, you're not really going to do anything. That grip will go straight through the BKB, will prevent you from fighting. Alliance have to be super careful with how they play the game. I'd love to see them just be defensive for a little bit. Play for their own pickoffs and don't expect too much, because that is a 18-minute BKB. 17 if you want to give it its true justice.
Well, there's a hunting here for Zai to show himself. The Zai's already crossed back into the jungle. And might still get the chance for the setup. just on the edge of the vision. I don't quite see one another. Zai, he's aware of Leslan. In fact, Zai's gonna set up onto it. And the heavy hits as well with the ult. So Leslan has to step right back.
Damage. That hoodwink is actually insane. And when you get to like Ag's E-Blade, you can 100 to 0 heroes by yourself pretty much. Like that's how insane this hero is, but so many items. We rarely get to see it in competitive games. 3-man smoke. Oh, there it is.
There it is indeed. Again, finding this time to get the anti-mage kill before he has his Manta. The hunt is successful for Liquid.
And the hunt won't stop. They get the kill, they sweep across the map. They need to just keep making it so. And look, Insane leading the charge. This is why Bane is so strong. Nightmare one, rip the other.
And here's the follow-up. Mickey's able to zip across. The ult hit comes right over from Zai. Supreme shot down from the skies.
I'm all sewn up.
Do they know that the Weaver's in the area too? Oh, I mean, showed himself, so they should ignore him and go to Roshan.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Really
attack.
nice map reads there from Liquid. Picking up the necessary heroes and even catching the Weaver.
Okay. And he's getting a bit out of control now.
And yeah, I love, I'm a guy, I play support, I love the old Waterinos, but this is all because of the vision right now coming out. We get to rewatch why Bane is one of the best heroes both in competitive and competitive play. It's simply this. You lead the charge, you run in by yourself. If you get jumped and don't die, you can brain slap heal yourself back up. Or you can just initiate the fight by locking down 2 heroes.
Yeah, and it's just the duration of the lockdown as well.
So
you know,
long, yeah.
it's 6 seconds grip, 7 seconds on the Nightmare. I mean, so minimum you're locking down 2 heroes 6 seconds. If you're Bane and you walk into 2 heroes, they're not going to be able to do anything if you're quick with the Nightmare into grip.
And like, even if you stun him, one guy's still Nightmare, right? So like, yeah, it's actually disgustingly good as a hero if you can play at the pace that allows that aggression. And they have these heroes, right? Hoodwink's an assassin, Storm's an assassin, Voidfoot's an assassin. They all like to just grab that one hero, kill him, and disengage quickly. It's why Bane thrives. Yeah. It's why Bane Io is a well-known combo as well, right? Like, Bane plays one side of the map, Io farms the other with a gyre or something, TP in, get kills, get back out. Yeah, Liquid taking away this first Aegis. We should be clear, this isn't suddenly Liquid, haha, they're going to win the game.
No, because
like, this is still a difficult game.
No, absolutely, yeah. Nico Baby's close to his Manta. It's a few hundred gold away from having the ultimate orb. And then once that's there, you know, some of the struggles start to arise in terms of the easiness for Mickey to just get in silence and kill this anti-mage. They will require some of the follow-up control, and a lot of that can come indeed from Zai. Bushwhack, something that Nico Baby will have to be a little concerned about even after he's popped the Manta. But there we go. So an answer now online against that Orchid of Mickey that Mickey has been crushing the game with so far.
So, you know, Weaver now, he's kind of throwing his body in to
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It is impossible to leave
just
a
so much
fate.
damage from a distance.
Yeah, so much pick off here from Liquid.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
right now
tower
Liquid,
is
their
under
primary
attack.
objective is to occupy aggressive jungle, get some of these
Dire's
deeper
top tower
wards,
is
maybe
under
catch
attack.
anti-mage 4 or 5 minutes down the line, and just try and take down some towers. But also, they need to be careful because this is a pretty heads-up play here.
And will Liquid expect this? Is anybody going to come over and start to clear this way? Mickey would be a juicy target to take. If they can get the jump before the BKB and they get the spear, they got follow-up, they're in the cookie. Fine time for them to get up top with the lasso. But there's not enough, he's away, BKB's off, it's up, they couldn't do enough damage. There's the last 2 of them, Supreme gets out. I mean, they got so close, and they did it so well as well, getting in, the spear catching him before he could BKB, the cookie buying that little bit of extra lockdown, followed up by the lasso. They just didn't have enough damage.
We didn't see it on camera, but it's the fact that again, we're going to see the replay here. Look at the very top. Oh, we actually get, oh, we do. It's that ward. You see Anti-Mage trying to farm the side. Void Spirit sets up the engagement into then Zai's Bushwhack. They have to control to kill him off.
I mean, that's you, because yeah, if that Anti-Mage wasn't controlled, you know, he's getting over, Storm's dying, a lot of cash, a lot of XP going to Nico Baby. But not the case. Mickey really against the odds there, living.
Yeah, Zai really turning it around from the how hard that lane was to then still being quite an explosive here. And it's a product of Hoodwink as a hero, naturally does damage, and Boxy finding those initiations now. Yeah, both of these players really recovering from what was a pretty brutal
is under attack.
laning phase. Now level 15, about to complete BKB on Zion, so he himself should be able to survive through most of this damage. And Alliance, they kind of lean on magic damage being their best friend. Like, sure, you have Lil Shredder and a Reboot from Mars, but it's kind of on Anti-Mage to have 2-3 more items to then start punishing these heroes correctly. This is the phase of the game that with a BKB on Luna, a BKB on both Storm and Hoodwink, I wouldn't be surprised if they just continue barreling down the lanes, because just like all our pubs, when we have anti-mage players, they might have 2 items, but you kind of need 4 or 5 items to win the game.
No, you're definitely looking to your anti-mage and saying, what's the plan? We're taking the hits on the base right now. And Tier 3 starting to get pushed over to the side. They get the step on the ledge there. He's gone. I see Aramis starting to kick off with the kisses, but it's put to a stop by the bushwhack. Matsu is knocked back. See if they can take the Aegis out of this hands. They can. The first life gone.
Aegis was expiring in around like 25 seconds anyway, so that is just going to be a natural reset. Daedalus.
24 minutes in, he's ready to hit Matsu.
And then, yeah, he's going to go for the shard after that.
Yeah.
This is going to be some orbital cannon style, you know, from the distance killing. Also, I just realized I used the term for when Luna buys Axe to describe the new shard, so... oh well. But yeah, very strong. This is... Anti-Mage, you need to be so careful. If he ever just blinks in...
Oh yeah, he gets torn
dead.
apart.
And he's going Lincolns, mate. Like, it's not as if he's buying that big butterfly Scardy style of like, surprise, I've got you. He's going for the, I need to even get into the fight. He's struggling to even enter.
Do you like that he's going Lincolns here? Do you think he needs to, Nico Baby?
I think for Alliance right now, they missed the window.
They've got him. They've got the grip locked down.
Okay, so this, to your question, this was the perfect example. The Lincoln's in that scenario, he'd have lived.
He would have lived.
Because he would.
There you go.
He wouldn't have got remnanted.
Yeah, that's the thinking here from Nico Baby. It's going to take a bit of time. How's he doing on it? He's got the ultimate orb. Yeah, still needs the perseverance of the recipe.
But unfortunately, just living doesn't help you win the game of Dota 2. You also need to be killing your opponent, and Lincoln's will give him time to farm more.
Yeah, so they're trying to prolong it.
Yeah.
As you say, just keep the game going to the point where he has that sort of 4 or 5 major items in his inventory.
It feels like Alliance has kind of agreed together. It's like, guys, we're going to lose our entire map right now. Just allow Anti-Mage to play around the entire enemy side, keep skipping, hope he just plays phenomenal Dota, and then, like you mentioned, those items, they'll come into play. So I don't think we'll be seeing Alliance make any aggro moves unless, you know, Storm's TP bottom, it's 4v5 style. This is going to be a bit of a farm fiesta now for Anti-Mage, trying to cut through that vision. I'd love to give the Anti-Mage Warden sentries, allow him to play on his own side, own that territory and try and get some farm that way, but pretty scary. They do see 3 heroes mid, so if they wanted to jump side, they could. Unfortunately, Batrider has fallen down the pecking order of net worth after his start. Doesn't have a blink dagger yet.
Is under attack.
Alliance hugging each other as well. They just fully respect the fact that at any minute a Bane could appear or a Bushwhack. Like we mentioned Lincolns, but if Hoodwink's the one to initiate, Bushwhack isn't going to be cancelled by Lincolns.
No, for sure. Bushwhack's definitely still the big one that Nico Baby's got to watch out for. You know, Zai gets that, aims up the ult.
This could be the pretty anti-mage counter if he's out of position, that is. Nico, he's now having a buddy with him as he farms. He farmed the triangle with friends. He's farmed the top lane with his friend Aramis. Just to make sure he gets the game.
Are scanning.
With a blink on Supreme, so more chance of grabbing those that needed to be grabbed. Maybe get on top of Insanius, put a stop to these grips.
Like, Matthew's the only one who walks up high ground, right, to hit the buildings. Everyone else plays on the vision that he obtains to then find kickoff.
That's out. Nico Baby, they're going to try and start the action off. The Manifold coming out early, trying to burn, but something about with the grips there to control Nico Baby. Matsu able to live as he pops the BKB. The arena's out, but it's not enough. This will take him down. Aramis tries to finish him with the last few hits. You see the Weaver trying to get from the side. They're trying to reach over towards Matumba, but they can't get over to him. Everybody going on alliance. He does finally die, but an incredible cost had to be traded for it. The whole team of Alliance dying there for that attempt on Matumba.
Radiant's middle tower.
I hope we get to see a replay of that, because that's the type of thing where it's the... Okay, sorry, we get to rewatch it. So they initiate instantly. It's been a nightmare to dodge the spells into a grip. So yeah, unfortunately for Alliance, that's the type of moment where Luna is technically out of position by maybe you have like a 2-second window to find that kill. So you either commit everything in the moment and you kill, or you accept the fact that there's going to be some turnaround stage. So
Where's the party?
super unfortunate for Alliance. Maybe if they quickly found that kill, it could have been something, but with Luna living and also living with pumping out damage, you know, 100 HP, but still throwing out those lucent beams with the shard, therefore you're pumping out some right clicks. That is pretty devastating. That could have been like a game-winning opening, right? Because suddenly Anti-Mage shoots up the net worth if he finds that kill.
Yeah, I do like this, though. Nico Baby is straying away from the Lincolns.
Oh, did he? All right, good lad, yeah.
I mean, he said bushwhack, Ags on the Storm, right? That, you know, Lincolns don't do anything against that one, so...
Yeah, I think at the last
you don't want to play with them this game.
He just realized, lads, I can't even survive. I'm happy he went for a fight. And also, I think in that moment of like Batrider and Blink initiation-esque fight, he's realized, wait, I should be killing here.
Chinese fans, that's right. You're against what? 3 range cores?
Yeah.
So
pretty good.
It's going to be pretty annoying.
There's that previous engagement. It's so close for Alliance. But they have shown through this series that they aren't getting disheartened too easily. You know, they were pumping and cheering and, you know, fist pumping after game 2 victory.
Yeah, they got the good vibes.
They got the good vibes. So this is the vibes they need right now in this type of game. Anti-Mage, even when behind, as long as you can play the map well, there can always be a good comeback. This is the perfect 1v9 hero, but people hate it.
I mean, I'm just hoping we see like a really satisfying Mana Void, right?
Ooh, like a crisp, yeah.
You want to see like a real banger just drop down on Mickey.
Double damage. Another thing we're getting dropped on him right now. That wasn't the banger.
That was a mini banger.
That was a bang. That was
okay, it's a bang, not a banger. Yeah, like a little bit of his HP.
Well, it has to be, okay, first of all, it has to be a killing blow. Yeah.
Zipping across the map into the middle of his own team.
Oh, yeah.
Used all his mana. Nico, baby. That's what you want to see when you have Storm and the Anti-Mage going on.
Storm has the axe. Like, he does have the axe, right?
He's got it done right now, Mika.
Yeah.
Oh, he's very close. 400 gold off.
And that's going to be the thing, right? He's going to be the one jumping in, hugging the Luna, so I can easily see these plays happening. And maybe Nico Baby is going back to the Lincolns. He keeps teasing us back and forth.
We'll see what he considers. Yeah, it's on the Weaver as well. So it's going to be good save for Nico Baby if he gets gone on.
I mean, it cancels at least half of the initiation tools, so it does simplify that. But
Aramis trying to jump away, jumps into the pit.
Hey, Roshan nearly.
It was close to a deny.
Very close.
I talk about Roshan, of course, quite a nice thing to go for. I guess they're without Mickey right now, so they don't want to do it 4v4.
Yeah, very much respecting the fact that Alliance has some initiation here.
They do. I mean, you've always got to respect the arena snapfire combo.
And now it's on Nico Baby's job to kind of get them away from Roshan, right? Push in this mid lane, get to bot lane, try and get things going towards Liquid side. Of course, you still respect a zip from afar, a Bane setting up from initiation. But in this type of game right now, Liquid will often use all their resources at the pit, so it kind of gives you some time to get that extra 400 or 500 gold. And Liquid, they have 2 choices here. They either send Bane to tier 2 bottom, smoke up, catch him, or like what they're doing now, just see through this illusion instantly into the pit.
Think Alliance is going to be able to have a say about this rush?
I mean, they might give it a go.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's already half HP.
And it's going to force the BKB out from both of the cores here. Saying that for Liquid is the Eclipse coming out from Matumba Man. But they themselves still have their BKBs. They're going to look to find the BKBs coming short. Mickey goes in with a big snip, grabs the grip. They're going to take it out the turn. They'll look for Nico Baby. Nico Baby getting gripped from the low man. Instead, it locks him in a position. The bushwhack follows him up as they lock down Nico Baby. It's stick charges of a blink. Nico Baby manages to live. He will get away, but they lost Leslau. Leslau, as we saw, brought back immediately. Stamanen also going down.
Excellent discipline from Liquid there. You know, poking, teasing that Roshan, but disengaging correctly, playing underneath the cover of the vision there. And then when Alliance initiate, they kind of whiff it, right? 2 BKBs, as we get to see here.
Great
They're on the
three-mans.
retreat, and then a big Aghanim's vortex grabbing everyone there. But again, that is just, they've clicked the BKBs, they waited, they know when it's timing out. Instania waits for the Manta, hits that big old grip. Doesn't get the kill off Nika, baby. But yeah,
I mean,
patience is critical there.
Very close as well. We saw like Leslau with that like last slither of HP tanking the hit from Zai. If he had died like to one sort of instance of damage before that break would have hit the anti-mage and Nico baby would have definitely been dead.
Yeah, and Alliance, oh, sorry, Liquid, they use so many resources here. Alliance are now respawned, they're ready to go. And this smoke, it could still be okay for Alliance if they get the jump. Or react accordingly.
Nico baby's aware something's up. In with the initial silence of the resonant pulse. Looking to knock back onto Boxy. Nico baby waiting it out, hiding behind the tree, looking for a chance to maybe get in on this, but they know that the BKB's ready from the Summer Man. Good time lapse on a Supreme there, gets him back up to full HP after falling rather low.
He got hit by like 2 lucent beams and an 8.
Yeah, nearly killed him.
Yeah. They actually threw like no right clicks at him and he nearly died.
Still hesitant to return into the Roshan pit, Liquid.
Alliance are now smoked up. They're giving it their own jolly good go. If they find the jump, they can kill.
There they go. They get the back to start things off. Into the Spirit Arena combo. Look at the burst through the tomorrow. What can he get the BKB Satanic off? He's able to find it. The BKB is off in time. He will live. And now Alliance, they're back on. Wait out until the BKB comes to an end. Mickey with his last bit of mana trying to chase Storm Mana, but he cannot do so. Nico Baby gets back in as the BKB of Matu gets to an end. Takes out the Luna. Matu, he'll buy back. Wants to keep it 5v5 whilst both teams contest each other around the Roshan pit. Supreme trying to get away here, but there's no escape for him to be found. Is able to chuck the flame break over to take out Zai with him. Back to a 4v4. Liquid, they'll resume business in the pit.
But now Alliance, this is like the window where even if Liquid takes this Aegis, they know if they kill off Mutamaman, he won't have buyback. Are they going to try and...
I think Nico Baby could try and get on this. He's got the Lincoln Spit coming out. He might scout out a little bit. They're going to see how low it is and they're going to try and jump there. Not.
Oh, mate, I bet you if the Lincolns came 2 seconds earlier...
He would have been poised to get in there.
Oh, he would have been going for it.
Especially if it had Mana Void backup, because of course still on cooldown 20 seconds. So Liquid, you know, both teams sort of putting buybacks in towards that effort to get the Roshan. Liquid do still claim it for themselves. Shard off to Boxy, and Aegis into the hands of Matumaman. And over on the side of Alliance, as we saw, you know, Nico Baby continuing to get those items out. Link is done on top of the Skadi, reaching close to the level 25 as well.
Boxy really being a menace right now in this game. Like, he's got the Ags, even a Shard. Like, he's cutting through and jumping these backlines. So, for example, that initiation onto Matu outside the pit, you weren't seeing Snapfire suddenly Mortimer Kiss on top before the BKB, because again, Boxy's there shutting them down. And yeah, Liquid, they had to use Matu buyback.
They did, a big buyback.
So if you're an anti-mage player right now, you're probably telling your team, boys, skip waves, survive 5 minutes, then play for the they have no buyback, I now have a butterfly or that one item I've been able to farm in that 5-minute window.
I mean, he's queued up an E-Blade. Is that going to change?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that the pan to go sort of full cannon and just E-Blade Mana Voids to the Storm or something?
I mean, he heard what you said and he's trying to deliver. No,
He's trying to give us a banger.
He is trying to give us a banger. We've only seen some bangs, but not bangers so far. But this is very much the... You expect your opponent to be more farm than you, so E-Blade's your kind of pseudo-defensive tool. If you E-Blade yourself, you can't get right-clicked. It allows him to jump into the fight and then get back out. Still with the agility of the right-clicks. But you see, even though Mars dies in this window of time, this is the call from the team, right? It's the, please, sacrifice yourself, just push the lane. Because even though Leathers dies, you've also got the wave. So now it's going to be an extra 20 seconds for this wave to come through top. Anti-Mage hits bottom. Like, this is just Anti-Mage game 101. And I'm a bit surprised that Weaver wasn't thrown to top as well to grab the next wave. We now get to see the Lincolns in play. Lincolns pop, instantly use Spell Shield, quickly run away. Get yourself out of there. Now we're in anti-mage territory of the game. Top net worth. If they survive the Aegis, like I mentioned, we might have a game on our hands. Liquid, this is a response to this type of gameplay. Get through your jungle, clear it out, We might even see Insania throw down a cheeky ward back here just to see what's happening. But then through that teamwork of emptying your jungle, you have to be decisive. You have to get yourself to an objective and just hammer it down. It looks like they're grouping up the bottom now. Two minutes left on the Aegis for Liquid if they are to make a play. If they're not making a play in the next 2 minutes, there'll be another 2.5 minutes after that where Matu won't have buyback. And Alliance might turn up the heat.
So yeah, it's definitely a bit spooky, that window for Liquid. Alliance will almost certainly have that in mind.
Liquid as well. They're playing for the pickoff, but if Weaver's in position with the Agnons, that time lapse, resetting the engagement, Liquid might be able to even overstep their own mark.
No, for sure.
The initiation.
It's very hard for Liquid to make the call to go on this anti-mage now when you see him. Nico Baby is going to be very difficult to take down.
Radiant's bottom
This
tower
game's getting
is
pretty
under
close.
attack.
Minute 10 now left on the Aegis. Liquid slowly stuttering their way through the jungle, like easing their way in. They're like, boys, are we going for this? What's happening? They're kind of waiting for Matu to complete his butterfly. It should be coming out now. Ish. And now they're going up.
There we go. Nice save onto Leslat. Get him out of this. Matu's going to commit with the Eclipse to keep giving the space to push on. Force out the fortification. See if they can get back in the base. Yeah, just under a minute on the Aegis left to work with. Foxy is in. Nico's going to try and respond with an early mana void. Jumps over, not enough to burst him. They get the last bit to drag back in onto the Luna though. So Matu will die up on the high ground. Mickey comes in with a two-man grab, pulls back both of them, but no follow-up damage. They'll be fine. Nightmare onto Nico Baby, but they're not wanting to get back in onto the high ground, especially once Matu's already used the BKB and has had, popped that Aegis. Nico Baby, he's in. He's ready to go, but he gets grabbed. He's been caught in the pushback all the time. The man will give his life there to save Nico Baby. Nico Baby ready to go in for round 2. Look for Insania. Not enough burst of even with the mana void, so Insania is going to be fine. They've got the control silence as well. Nico Baby's going to try and sneak back out of this. Get him out with the cover of the good in the cave. In fact, he's thinking about, does he want to go back in? He's a little low. They get the spear connection onto Matuma. Nico Baby's looking for the back line. Gonna jump, trying to catch on top of the support, but the grab's there once more. Time lapse against the mana, keeping Nico Baby fight, but that's the banger.
That's the banger.
That's the banger right there. Gets it onto Mickey, blows up the storm. 4 dead on Liquid, and no buyback to be had here. That's the man who's just popped a banger.
That man better be tipping his supports there. Legitimately, Aramis and Stamanen carried that fight. Glimmer capes, cookies, time lapses, absolutely everything required.
Yeah, they were keeping that man alive.
And he blinked in multiple times to his own
Because he believed.
He believed
in the power of his supports.
They found the Tiger, and now they're hitting the tier 3s.
And it's no buyback. No buyback for the whole death of Matsuma Man. Boxy will be able to jump in, get a kill out of this. Nico, man, he's ready to jump over with the back of Supreme. They'll take out Boxy.
Luna doesn't have back. This is the window that I mentioned. There's no aid.
It's perfect. They've hit it perfectly. There's sort of the cooldown on his respawn. Very similar to the cooldown on his buyback. Alliance working with it last on the window. Another grab. Boxy just pulled back for this defensive nightmare coming out. To give Boxy time to jump out, it will be enough. He's out with the Dissimulate. Boxy will live. Nico Baby saw him jumping in. Feeling feisty. He's got that mana void ready to pop once more.
Liquid have to be so careful. They have both tier 2s alive, top and bot. They don't need to overcommit here. Alliance can't just end the game. So that's why they're backing out a bit. They kind of got a little bit feisty. We get to see the replay.
We're going to see the banger here.
And here it is.
Here it is. Look at that mana on Mickey. It's so tasty. First of all, of course, the cool little save with the time lapse, and there it is. That's it's got to be a hefty 2.5k damage banger.
Again, there is still room for improvements. If he was able to get the back.
There we go.
Look at him.
Whoa.
That was a clenched fist. Bless him. But yeah, that is. He hasn't blown up the storm and gone, banger, you're dead.
Sure.
It's a banger right to the step.
Sure, we need the banger to happen to be the killing blow and to kill at least, someone next to them.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, that was beautiful. I'm not saying it was bad. I think it was actually quite game-winning, if anything. But I like the fact we still have one more level to go. to keep the fans on the edge of this.
And yeah, and I do like that, of course, he did go for the banger skill build. We're seeing it with the frequency of mana voice that he can pop out at 25.
The BPMs are through the roof right now, for sure. Like, it's a 20-second cooldown. He's using it to literally initiate fights. Like, the mini stun, I say a mini stun, it's a second, but he's using that 1 second stun to catch these mobile heroes.
Got him. Yeah, no need for treads.
And we've seen
No
the
need for
effect.
treads. You don't need to get
He's
the
blinking, it's
butterfly.
fine. It's like a Fury with
exactly.
TeaGuvnor.
I mean, if you had the power to blink every 4 seconds,
I
would
do
you
have the
walk
power to
anywhere?
blink every 4
You're
seconds,
not walking anywhere.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, right, okay. Very smart.
Like, I'm gonna clip that and show them later. But yeah, he's got the butterfly, the E-blade, and it's really effective. Like, he's actually, there's no way to remove it right now. So if he's ever out of position without a glimmer or a support, E-blades himself, Luna does nothing to him.
Comes off. I know that they're over the trees. They're going to get the jump on Supreme. Supreme's in trouble. They're taking him down. They turn over towards the Madden as well. 2 dead on Alliance. Alliance, they've got to get out of here. Aramis into the trees. He's trying to hide. They've got the vision. 3 dead on Alliance there. Liquid, more prepared to jump.
Yeah, somewhat devastating, because of course Alliance, they didn't deal with that high ground spot, so they're all hugging that anti-mage. As he gets jumped, the Batrider gets jumped, sorry, and then Weaver instantly locked down by the Storm Spirit, because again, they're playing in the air without vision. So unfortunately, the comeback is still happening for Alliance, but that one little misplay brings it straight back again. They're running down mid, 60 seconds no Weaver. That's critical. Like,
Yeah, Samanna's been doing huge saves. Oh, Nico, baby.
Oh, he wants it.
Oh.
That was a ban? Not a bang, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not going to do that, but he was testing it, right? See how much E-Blade Mana Void did when there was a hero that had a lot of mana.
Yeah.
Not a lot of damage, as it turns out. But he'll start trying to cut the creep waves in the mid.
They got no creep. Liquid, they've got this like 13-second window now.
Yeah, to get the racks.
To get anything that they want, and a rack is all they're getting. Anti-Mage skipped it pretty well. All right. This game is beautifully close. Back and forth, and vision is critical right now. Both teams, they have the capacity to 100-0 hero if they're out of position. It's simply on where they take the fight. Are they smoking into the engagement? Are they warding the high grounds? And you see here, Liquid, they're retreating to Roshan Pit. They have the high ground vision. They're giving themselves the best possible chance to make that initiation.
Oh, he's coming in! He's coming in, he needs it, but he needs it now. Let's down, stepping across. They've got to try and save their anti-mage. He's got in, he's jumped in, and he's done! Buyback. He's coming back in for round 2. But they've lost Supreme. Supreme does not have buyback. And Liquid, they're going to push off. Matsu punching into Aramis. Look at the letdown. Nico Babe's going to watch from the side. Maybe see if there's a chance to jump in on this. The bushwhack's caught Aramis. He's out. Leslau as well. Aramis buys back, but Leslau alongside Supreme, they do not have buyback.
Illusion.
I just feel Nico Babe 4 is a lot tankier than he actually was. And every fight has been critical. It's been the teamwork of Alliance that has won these fights. It's not been Anti-Mage 1v9ing, killing off heroes by himself. It's been everyone utilizing every little thing that they have in inventory. And unfortunately, Nico Baby yeeted himself in. Pretty unfortunate. It does happen. I feel like this is like the energy we saw when they won that fight. Nico Baby, he's like, he's feeling himself. He's like, boys, this is my game now. I respect the fact he's playing with that tenacity, but you have to play with the team behind you. And unfortunately, Anti-Mage is that type of hero. You're either in or you're not. And he blinked in, instantly punished for it. But again, there's still one more fight for Alliance now, because everyone's alive in 30 seconds. Buybacks are not available.
No.
Alliance only Batrider in 20 gold time. So,
And Leslau and a kill or so, you know, if he gets the gold.
you know, 3 seconds of Philly Stone.
Now
they're getting their second Rex here.
Radiant's top barracks.
See if Liquid want to stick around for more. I mean, Aegis and Cheese, they're feeling pretty good. See, sweeping over towards the bottom. Liquid. Take the outpost over if they want. I can take their time with this. They're feeling pretty strong. I mean, Alliance, they're charging at them though, Supreme.
as the creep waves, as soon as they hit the tier 3 area, instant indication they're leaving their base. So Liquid start throwing down the remnants, preparing themselves. But yeah, Alliance once again show.
Touché!
Yeah, this game is probably the most beautiful example of like support, play, and vision to enable big team fights, because both teams have been utilizing it pretty well, and when they fall off that like perfect utilization of it, that's when they get instantly crushed. So Blink, Dagger, and Weave are also pretty important to help blink in when anti-mage blinks in. Be ready for the fight, but don't be too ready, because Void Spirit with the Axe silence might just ruin the Weaver.
Moxie. Looking for Aramis, but just a bit of a tease. Alliance, they've got to choose the right time to strike her, and it's not going to be easy. You can see all the couple of Lincolns they have, buffing one another up. It's going to make it a lot harder for them to find that big mana void that they hope for. Tier 3 to go down. Final set of racks open. It's Moxie. Just fishing for action here. I don't get it. I mean, Liquid, they're fine with the slow siege.
3 minutes left on Aegis. This time he does have the buyback if he is to go down twice. For Liquid, that's why they're not leaving this area. They understand that this is their barracks to take on Alliance. Perfect initiation.
Let's see. Nico, baby. Spot him in the trees here. Look at the bushwhack. So he's still looking for a chance to jump in the Supreme. Gets the last off, but he in turn has been hit. Early mana bomb comes out. Not enough damage to pop Mickey. Mickey's out for the BKB. Remnant grab, locking down Nico, baby, but it's Mantra Illusions doing the damage, as that will pop the Aegis of Mantra. Try with the spear timing off the back of the respawn. It's not going to be the case. Time that saves Leslau. Gets him out of the way of the zip of Mickey. Liquid done the damage to the base. All the racks are taken. The mega creeps are out. Nico, baby, jumping over to look for the kill on Moxie, but the tree's down. The bushwhack there as well. Into the pullback of Mickey. Nico, baby, falling low. The silence connection. Pop the Mantra. In second floor. Silence is there for the pulse. He can't get out. He's dead for 2 minutes. Liquid, I think they've done it here. GG is indeed called. Liquid will take this third game, and with that, the series is theirs.
We might have not seen the true ultimate form of the banger, but at least this game in itself was one. Alliance 3 to 4 weeks ago, I feel like we wouldn't have seen this level of, comeback, the grit, the determination.